So I was an independent midwife, attending home births for about 30 years, and mostly in the country. And I also gave workshops to women and in preparation for birth. And then I began to see the connections between the rest of a woman's life and her experience of birth, and did much research on the menstrual cycle and how that impacts in a woman's life, and then began to give workshops on the wisdom of the cycles, specifically focusing on our rites of passage and the spiritual practice of menstruation, and in connecting or reconnecting to the earth energy and the lunar cycle and all of that. So I left the system and went out to the edge. And the edge at that time, and still now, is the world of independent midwifery, home birth midwifery, and the home birth tribe, the women and their families who have home births. So I left the system and went and lived on the edge, so to speak, which is a very interesting place. The edge is the place, like in ecosystems, where there is the most diversity and the most growth. So that's what's going on in the home birth world. So it was really good to be able to get out there and learn and actually unlearn a lot of things. In 2009, I began the School of Shamanic Womancraft, which was called then the School of Shamanic Midwifery, but has endured a name change and an evolution, and that's a good thing. So the School of Shamanic Womancraft is like a camp out on the edge. It's like a refuge for women who have not felt well seen or cared for by the system, not just with regard to birth, but with regard to their bodies, their lives, their relationships, their work. And so the School of Shamanic Womancraft is like a sacred sanctuary for those of us out on the edge. So the School of Shamanic Womancraft offers a year-long, or also the same thing over 2 years, immersion into oneself. It's like we work with ancient myth and rites of passage and cycles to do the inner work that's required for anyone, and particularly a woman in this day and age, to awaken to understanding why she does what she does the way she does it. And knowing what I know now, because I've learned so much over this almost decade of working with women at this intimate level, knowing what I know now, I can see that what I've done is left the system to go and work at the seed bed level to help awaken women, like as the seeds, so that they can come out and see the light, so to speak, and understand themselves more fully. And I know from deep ecology and recovery of barren lands that what's required is to awaken the seedbed, and then the strongest seeds germinate and sprout. And once they take over and colonize the earth, then they contribute back nutritionally to the earth, and then the next lot of seeds awaken. So this is kind of like what we're doing with women. We're raising consciousness and helping women to awaken to their power, because the system is set up for them to give their power away, to give their power to the system. So what we want is for women to awaken and to find and claim their power. And it's through the rites of passage of birth, menarche, your first menstrual period, and childbirth, and then menopause, these times of great transformation where we need to be helping women come to their power there, because that's the place where the power can get taken away from.